There's a request for proposals, bunch of people respond, few companies are shortlisted, and then they are further evaluated by either giving them some proof of concept or some other sample work or something like that, and then negotiation, and then decision is made.
Now this question since a long time. Let's say we are 10 people, 10 friends group who have really great technical skills. How do I understand, as you mentioned, 100 million deal? If we know that we are capable of building complex solutions, how do we know that this requirement even exists? Even at the level of TCS or even MSIS, how do you know that there's a requirement and how do you get clients?
Meaning which requirement?
That this company needs this product.
Oh, okay.
So that way.
I think that only happens through your relationships with the company. Very, not everything what a company needs is known and outside, right? Meaning, unless, let's say a large company like Tata is looking for an IT product. Now, if it is, they typically would do RFP or something like that for if they're looking for SAP implementation or Oracle implementation within their company. But they have many resources themselves. Now, I think I'll take that back. A services company, they would like to think that they can solve all the problems themselves, right? So, let's say we're talking about Colgate or Nestle or something. Now, they have a requirement in IT, like SAP implementation or Oracle implementation, something like that, right? A technical kind of a project, and they will float an RFP for other companies to respond.
What's an RFP?
Request for proposal. Requests for proposals. Those are there, but those are for larger, typically, because that requires a team internal team is set up to evaluate the proposals, and then then if some vendors are shortlisted, and based on that, then let's say top 3 or 2 vendors get shortlisted, then they are evaluated, and then a final decision is made. That's how typically for a large project, sales process goes. There's a request for proposals, bunch of people respond, few companies are shortlisted, and then they are further evaluated by either giving them some proof of concept or some other sample work or something like that, and then negotiation, and then decision is made, and then sometimes a decision is made in the favor of 2 companies. And one company is given the final primary business, and the second company is kept on hold just in case this company cannot deliver, right? But when you're talking about when you have a 10 people company, small project, and you're looking for that, those are difficult to find in the public domain. Those happen through relationships, right? The company, let's say some company, and first again figure out what problem you're solving, who has that problem, then building relationship with them, right? You can't just generalize it, right? Or let's say you can be a small arm of a larger company. Let's say you guys are solving an IT problem, right? Or you have ability to solve an IT problem, right? And going directly to a large corporation enterprise may not be possible for you. Let's say you're solving a problem in SAP. Now, SAP implementations are done by large enterprises like Colgate or Nestle or something like that, right? Now, you won't have means of reaching there. Now, you can latch onto a mid-size or around that, an IT company which does SAP implementation, so they can subcontract the work to you, right? That is another chain you can do. Let's say, like in our case, MSIS, we don't do SAP, Oracle, those kind of things, but let's say we are we're doing app for something. We do digital transformation. So we do app for a financial technology company, and you can, help us build a part of that, right? But then obviously you need to know the people within the company, and and then only it works, But I would always suggest not going that route if you really want to build yourself up. Subcontracting is not a very good model, because the end customer will never get to know about you, and you will never get to know everything about the end customer, and you will remain a subcontractor. You will the guys in the back end doing the work, right? I have acquired some smaller companies over the life cycle of our company, and some of the best ones have been who had direct customer relationships, you know, and they somehow, through website or through, there are sites like Elance or Freelance and bunch of sites where some companies do put smaller projects, by the way, right? And by doing that, they build their portfolio up in a couple of years, and then we acquired them because they had some very good clients that they were doing. There were smaller numbers, but so smaller projects and small number of clients, but still it is meaningful.
Interesting.
And when you're talking about 10 people company, it's not as, I mean, in today's world with AI and all, that's no longer a small, very small. One person is a small. 10 people is a decent size, you know. You guys can start building portfolio of things that you can do, right? And then the world will spread. If you do good work for one, he will go and tell his friends. And that's how, the best way to build your business is through referrals, right?